My name's Jim Johnson. I've been coaching contractors for the last 13 plus years, and today is retirement day. And I think it might maybe I don't know be a surprise to some people. Like, "Well, what do you mean retirement day?" And the reality is, there's some things I got to let go of that have been uh, giving me some difficulty. We run a lot of things around here. I do a lot. Um, and I don't think everybody knows that about me. And so it's been a minute since I connected with everybody, and just want to share with you guys kind of what's going on and maybe where things are headed. So, most of you know me as the contractor coach or the guy that coaches contractors. But there's some other things that I do that I don't think very many of you are aware of. One that I've talked about quite a bit here recently has been Prosperous Human and the work that I'm doing there to help people live and find an unburdened life. This life that they can live in the sweet spot of healthy tension. I don't believe that a work life balance thing like a 50-50 thing actually exists. And there's these seven elements of our lives that if we're not aware of them and they get out of whack and in the extreme, either way over to one side or way over to another, our lives get weird. And I want to help people kind of discover and uncover that and figure out what's going on. And it's a big part of what I do. I also have contractor radio, a podcast for that with the contractor side of things. I have a prosperous human podcast, and a lot of people are aware of some of those things. Maybe you follow me for one or the other or both of those things, but maybe there's some things you don't know about me as well. One of those things is that I am a equity partner and consultant from usually a chief strategy consultant officer type position for a couple of different companies, and it's been really enjoyable. I spend a lot of time doing it. I've also coached other coaches. I've coached businesses outside of the contracting world, several of them, as a matter of fact. And so it's become this thing where I get to help people in whatever it is that they do, whether they're an entrepreneur or there's something happening in their world that they want to find a better balance in their life without trying to achieve an equal balance. Um, I also run a weekly men's group and group on Facebook called Contractor Fellowship that I'm super proud of. We've been doing that thing for 5 years, and there's just a lot of things. And it's time to retire. It's time to set aside those things and maybe pursue something a little different. And so, in order to share with you what's going on, you got to kind of understand where it's coming from. So it's very fractured and has been fractured for me for a very long time. And one of the things that's causing that fracture is my own fear of becoming the person I used to be. I think most people over the last decade plus would say, hey, he's done a fair job of trying to help other people out. Not perfect by any means, and just as broken of a human being as anybody else, but I do try, and I try to serve people well. And it's been very important to me to make things about Contractor Coach Pro, Prosperous Human, Contractor Radio, the businesses that I serve and coach. And throughout time, and especially over the last 4 or 5 years, I've been advised by a lot of people and people I respect, um, to brand me, which sounds like the opposite of what I want to do. That's the old me, the branding of me, and uh, it was really eating at me. Like, why are people telling me to do this when I know who I become when I do that? And after a lot of prayer and reflection, study, what I've come to is that this isn't about me. What I realize is I'm actually a product. I'm a product of a creator who cares very much for me and has given me certain gifts and talents that I can share with others. And I don't have to worry anymore about me gaining the glory from that, which would then feed into all those bad things, ego, pride, and all the stuff that I just don't want to be. I want to be as humble as I possibly can to realize that all of it can be taken away at any moment. That the nice things that happen in my world are blessings, but I'm not attached to them. That's not the reason that I have faith. And this concept of the fact that I'm a product of a creator, if I can do my work well every day, that's not glorifying me. That's glorifying the product that God made. And so he deserves the glory in who it is that I've become and all that I've gone through, which has made this a lot easier for me to say, yeah, um, I want to share with people a little bit more of what I do. I don't want to be in these lanes that are hard to keep track of and try to manage. And I want to let people in. I want to let people see what hopefully living a good life might look like because I do believe strongly that I live one. And that's not to say it's a perfect one by a long shot. It's not everything smooth as silk and just it's comfort. And I know there's conflict and there's anxiety and there's all these other things. But the really cool thing is there's no burden behind all of it because I don't have anything to prove to anybody anymore. I'm not trying to win. I'm not trying to see how many customers I can have. There's none of that. It is simply do my work well every day. And so, yes, I'm going to be retiring a few things. Now, I'm not going to retire the fact that I coach people, and I'm not going to retire the fact that I coach contractors. But I am going to retire things like contractor radio and prosperous human podcast and I'm going to bring them all underneath one umbrella, this one place, this one platform where Jim can be Jim and do what Jim does, which for lack of a better term is I'm kind of like a crazy weird mad scientist. I see these opportunities and these things that people do and um, I'm able to see what they could become. People bring innovative ideas. They bring visions and dreams that they want to achieve. They have an idea, and I'm able to help that idea become a movement. And I've been able to do it almost my entire life. I walk into something, I see it, and I'm like, "Hey, what do you think about doing this, or making that tweak, or moving this thing?" Or and able to like take this thing that was simply just an idea and make it into a thing. Some of you have seen the results of that. If you're in the roofing industry, I'm really proud of the work that I was able to do while I was at Acculinks to get it established, to give it firm footing, to be able to help cast a vision for what that thing could be and create a culture with a bunch of other people. It wasn't just me. I want to be really clear about that. And that's where it takes alignment, collaboration, and a group of people to make something amazing. And so that's what I'm looking for is those opportunities where whether you're someone that feels you need some coaching to build the business that you want to build and you've got an idea that the way you want to see it done and you need some help making sure that you make the right decisions at the right time instead of the right decisions at the wrong time, which is what most of us do. Or maybe you have another idea like it's an innovative thing or I've been approached with so many over the years and 98% of them I say no to, but I've said yes to a few, and especially here recently, because they truly are unique, innovative, or different. I've become a partner in a roofing company. It's in Denver, Colorado, called Carbon Black. And it's not just any roofing company, it's a technology forward roofing company. that does things differently, delivers a different product, and has a different customer experience. And it wasn't my idea to start the company. They actually asked me, and I felt honored that I was asked by these two amazing human beings. And I couldn't be prouder to be a part of what it is they're doing, because not only are we doing something really great, we're very aligned as human beings that the customer comes first, that the experience is important, that people are protected from nefarious contractors and unscrupulous insurance companies in a way that's never been done before. And I can't wait for people to see it and what this thing is becoming. I've also become a partner in a software company. It's called Hive.ai, and you can check it out. You just go type in that URL. It exists. It's out there in beta right now, but we're actually bringing it out to the real world at Win the Storm. I cannot wait to let people see that there, and also at Top Rep coming up this week. And everybody went, "What Top Rep with it? What are you talking about?" And yeah, I was part of that too. I helped Chuck Toki take his idea and make it a movement. And it has become a movement. I'm so proud to see what he has done with that and how far he's able to take it now that there's some structure. These things that are really good ideas that people bring to us, I'm excited to help them bring them to life. I like doing it. I think I'm pretty good at it. There's still more to do. And I tend to look down the road a bit to say, hey, what's coming? And I've actually been interviewed a lot about that type of thing. Like, how do I do that? I don't really know. I just can see it clear. But I want to share that with you guys, like what that looks like to go through and still figure out more on my end. And so that's why we're doing this thing with Jim Johnson. And the platform is going to be called the Good Life Lab. This place where we can experiment and refine things, optimize things, you produce something maybe that didn't exist before. I'll share some of the stories in the Good Life Lab of places that I've done that before and what that looked like and what was common between them and what might have been unique with them. So you're going to see us sunset some things, but you're going to see a sunrise and some other things. And I hope you tag along. I hope you want to join in and play a part. It's all going to be wrapped up in one place now. You don't have to be searching all over the place for me. You could just simply look for Jim Johnson and the Good Life Lab and probably find me and find what we're about and what we're doing. I couldn't do any of this without my team. Um, I'm taking a bit of a stand that I am going to be front facing with my faith. I would not be who I am without a creator that cares for me. And I've gone through great stuff and poor stuff that has turned me into who I am. Through a lot of study, I realized that it isn't about me. It's actually about you. And I'm not about the thing that you can build or the business that you can grow. It's about you and this life you live and how we care and love for one another as humans, how we can do something truly special together, and how we can work on how to do more of that. And I want to do more of that. I want to see people do more of that. I want to see people challenged with what does it look like to really love another human being, not just when they're in dire straits in a flood or a fire or something like that, but at all the time. What does that look like? I believe that the whole point of this thing is to live a life of worth. And where we find worth is when we bring value to others. We have impact that positively influences another human being or group of human beings. Let's do that together. Let's walk along as I interview amazing people. I share in what it is that we're doing at some of the projects that I'm involved in. If you want to get involved in a project with me, that's fantastic. I've been invited to be a part of another project. I cannot wait to actually two more that I cannot wait to tell you guys about. They're going to be one will be industry disruptive like nothing I've ever seen before. And then the other is going to help creators that do cool things create even better than they have before. And I'm just excited to get all these things out there. I play positions where I'm a consultant, I'm a strategist. I come in as an equity partner in those type of situations, small, of course, but I'm there to help, be on a board and help people make good decisions at the right time to create something that otherwise they might not be able to create on their own. So, um, yeah, there's a retirement. It's a retirement of old Jim, the fractured Jim, the broken Jim, the Jim that was running around like a chicken with its head cut off all the time, to Jim doing one thing, living as good of a life as he can, and then bringing people alongside of him to all find what living a good life truly looks like, at least with what we know today. I feel like we all run too fast. I feel like we're moving at the highest rate of speed we've ever moved. There's more mental health problems, there's more division, there's more sickness than there's ever been. It's time to do right by others, to love one another in a way that we were designed for. So that's what I'm up to. Some of you might have thought, hey, I really like that. Others, maybe not. That's okay. Um, what I do hope is that uh, if you like what it is that I'm sharing with you today, you come hang out. I am here to help others live a life that's worth it, to achieve their goals without sacrificing the things that really matter. And we can do it. I've been able to. I've helped thousands of others too. I want to bring you inside behind the curtain and maybe start to see some of that and how we do things. So you might see some of my coaching calls on our YouTube channel. You might see some of the inside the business parts of the businesses that I'm in. But and I'm going to do the fun stuff too. I can't forget that. I got to let you guys know. Um, I'm into a lot of things. It's not just business and living this good life. It's like how I live that good life. And I don't know. People are fascinated by some of it, and so I want to share more of it. If you, I get this comment all the time, like, "Hey, I saw your barbecue pictures; those were awesome, and I want to do more of that. I want to bring people to my house and do that together." Um, I also love overlanding. If you don't know what that is, go look it up. It's actually pretty cool. We can get into a place where it's quiet out in the wilderness and be a little bit slower motion some of the time. I enjoy golf a lot. I like sports in general. Hook 'em horns. We're going to beat those dogs this year. It's going to be fun to finally be me with all of you. Thanks for hanging out today. I hope you enjoyed this in some way, shape, form, or fashion. If you have any questions, you just want to give me any feedback, whatever it may be, you're going to see more of this. You're going to see me right here hanging out. This is my office. This is where I this is my lab. This is where I do the work and do the study and do the experiments to do what I think is most important, which is to build a business and a life that has impact and worth, brings value to others. So come hang out. Check us out on the Good Life Lab on YouTube. You're going to see the Good Life Lab on Substack where I write, and there's going to be live stuff that we do out there in the real world, and we'll keep you informed on all that. If you want to chat with me, this is the last little piece. We've been working on something for the last year plus. But if you want to like chat with me and ask questions about those things, like building a business, building a life, living a good life, whatever it may be, you can just go to jimjohnson.chat and there's another me. We cloned me, and there's like 16 million words in there of all the things that I've done over the years. And it's amazingly, almost uncannily accurate with the responses. Um, so those are the things that we've been up to. We'll be it to more. We're going to work together and make amazing things together because this is not about Jim. It's about us and it's about you. Let's let's go chase the good life and experiment on what that is together in the Good Life Lab. Peace out. We'll see you.